We are going to have a lesson today about the new moon of Passover and how to get Elijah to come through your front door. Elijah. Let's enter into the new age of the kingdom of heaven, and the way to usher in kingdom of heaven formally is to get the Passover rite of Seder, to have Elisha walk through the front door. We'll learn a little bit about that today. The resources will be within the screenshots, the URLs, so you can look up as you need to the 3 articles I believe there are today, beginning with Chabad.org. There are cups at the Seder dinner for Passover, which Passover was done by Christ with the disciples. It's been done by the Jews forever, commemorating the leaving of Egypt, the Exodus. And as Christians, we should be getting prepared for the Exodus, the leaving of spiritual Egypt. So spiritual Exodus for spiritual Egypt. It was done physically, and now it needs to be done where the Holy Spirit catches us all up and we get to escape here in the harpazo, the catching up, the snatching away. For the coming Mashiach, Elijah will proclaim it, just like Jesus told his disciples that Elijah would. How's Elijah going to do that? In the Passover dinner, he is invited back, and a child goes to open the front door of the house and bring him back in. So this Passover is in a couple weeks, 2019, and every Passover we're stuck living through. But if you want to get rapture ready, get your spiritual heart circumcised and start participating somehow on Passover. Some little way, somehow, you need to start celebrating Passover, including an expectation of Elijah walking through your front door. You have to go physically open the front door after inviting him, offering him a meal and a cup of wine. Go see if he's at the front door. Formally invite him and see if he shows up. Like, prepare your stuff, have everybody sit down, and then invite Elijah to come over. Have a child go check the front door, and whether he's there or not, keep celebrating every Seder Passover. Purpose of Seder. I want you to research the articles. I know you want to be spoon-fed on YouTube, but I can provide you the background materials because I want to keep my videos short. Okay? That doesn't mean I haven't done the research. It just means I'm trying to pop it out there. If you're interested, you'll dig into it. If you're not interested, I'll give you enough to entertain you for the evening. So, Passover, the telling. I got to tell the tale. That's what all age groups have got to be present at this dinner. There's privileges of placing your pillows on each chair, or having at least the followers watch the leader at the Seder dinner do this. But to be reclining. The Seder is supposed to take place with everybody in a reclining position. This is because slaves ate hurriedly. The affluent and free were able to recline on cushions. Jesus did that at the Last Supper with his disciples. You can recline also and chill. The customary chief celebrant wears a white robe. That's so interesting, isn't it? 4 questions, 4 sons. There's at least 4 cups of wine. The 5th one saved for Elijah, for you can invite him in every Passover from now on, no matter whether you're Jew or Christian, whether you're conservative or liberal. Start doing it. We have to. We gotta get him here. Women need to be involved. You can't exclude us from leadership anymore. Before the woman fell from listening to Lucifer, she was called something by Yahweh himself, called her Ezer Kenegdo, pronounced something like that. I have a video about it. You could look for it. It's a little 1-minute video, real easy one with some research tools there. But you are the warrior woman, protecting your household, protecting your children, protecting your village, protecting your society. You have a role to fulfill as the weaker vessel. Weaker as far as you to Jesus. than you to your husband, as far as your husband is supposed to have even a stronger relationship than you with Jesus. And if he doesn't yet, you got to help him with that now. But here's a place, learning.org, about contracts and why you should be an excellent contract negotiator. It's up to you to learn those skills as a plus, not a minus. In a world in which the rabbis of the Mishnah live, offers few options to the unmarried mature woman. That a widow must be provided with a useful alternative after she is left without the validation of either partner or son, because female children do not fulfill familial obligations in this period. Speaks to the recurring theme of protection of the weak in Nashim. Jesus was a Nazarite, so in Nashim, the protection of Jesus, I am now officially under contract with Jesus. I've been baptized by the Holy Spirit. More on that later. Contracts, an extremely important thing for women to understand, to know how to negotiate for their benefit. Once you enter into contract, it's supposed to never be broken. That's why Jesus and the Holy Father and Spirit make a big deal out of the marriage covenant. We, as the bride of Christ, are supposed to willfully enter a marriage contract with our husband, Jesus. You better know how to make sure you sign your name and drink your wine cup of the marriage for good reasons, for smart reasons, for practical, for the nation, for the nation. But yeah, for your own security and knowledge and pleasure. He likes when we study Torah. He's involved with us in our studies. Those are so important. And the suspected adulteress, that's any human, male or female. We all go back and forth to the Lord too many times while we're human. But once we're not human anymore, at least we stop running away from him. We stay with him forever if that is what we chose. I hope you choose that. And the only divorce certificate in the Old Testament that Yahweh even began to let humans do was the divorce certificate, and a woman could issue one also. And that only real acceptable one God would leave it out there to was sexual sin. If you were an adulterer or an adulteress, your spouse could divorce you right quick. And that was really the only reason he would give us. As humans, we can't bear that. But God doesn't divorce us. That's why Jesus said, anyone that God delivers to me into my hands, I cannot lose anyone. Right? Okay. And women are very important. I keep saying that. Why? You need to figure out why if you don't know why already. Me telling you isn't going to convince you. For women to get together in small groups, that's developing community right there. So instead of gossip circles, create study circles over a dinner. You can have it, and you can study the women of the Bible, the midwives for Moses and his sister Miriam. Also, you get to know those three ladies. They're all very important, so important. Learn to dance like Miriam. That's what I recommend. The men can dance like King David, but the women got to learn to dance like Miriam, Moses' the sister. She was a prophetess. Water led her around the desert. And Passover Seder, we need to enact. We need to, as much as you can get yourself to actually participate in it, to get the history of it, because we're new to it. We know nothing about it personally. We haven't grown up years and years and years going to Hebrew school, going to getting a bar and bat mitzvah and all that. So we're not steeped in it. We have to learn from them. How do you learn from people you refuse to talk to or think of as someone you're not allowed to or supposed to talk to? The best is direct from the source. And I'm going to end the recording time for now and pick up another one. Thanks.